Okay, as someone who lives in Macau, I haven't been over here in quite a while, but that's Venetian Casino, and this is Galaxy Casino, and then this is this station right here called Peacock Station, and I'll talk about that while we're walking as well. And you can see there's some people up there taking some photos. A lot of people taking photos today. I'll tell you about that, but we're going to be walking down that way towards Venetian, and I'll give you a name for this street as well in a moment, so stay tuned. Okay, Macau 2022, filming the city street by street. Let's check it all out. Chiquinha, chiquinha, toma cuidado da movidinha, chiquinha. Oh yeah, look at those little yellow sports cars. I don't know where they came in from. It's a red one right there too. Dang. Okay. Actually, it's funny, this is Mid-Autumn Festival, so I've been seeing lots of like kid kind of stuff, like lots of like fast cars and accidents and people speeding, and I don't know, I think they must come in maybe from the mainland as tourists, because there's something like 17,000 mainland Chinese tourists right now. So we're just gonna kind of walk by, and we're and I never come over by this area, but I'm gonna film over here today. Yeah, and actually, as a person that lives here, I pretty much never walk here. But over there is Taipa village, and then there's this big station right there as well. And now we're kind of in this I guess we call it the Cotai Strip. And actually, that building right there is new, that golden one. Well, I mean, new within the last year. Like a lot, I think for foreigners, anyways, foreigners can't come in and out of Macau for the last 2.5 years, so you know, some of them have families and homes and businesses and things like that. I heard that just today the diplomats are allowed to come back. So so if you're a foreigner living here and you got kids that were born and you can't, you know, they have to have like diplomats come in to like issue them passports, right? Because you can't go to Hong Kong and come back, stuff like that. I heard that they just allowed them back. So anyways, if those people that have been locked out for the last 2.5 years, this would be brand new. Parts of this galaxy would be new over on the other side. Also for tourists, anybody who hasn't, all the foreigners that haven't been able to been in Macau in a long time. That's a bus stop right there, and that's the train station, Peacock. Yeah, and actually this was just built like it came right at the same time that COVID began about 2.5 years ago. This was open and ready. So that was another thing too, like the foreigners that have been banned to come into Macau, like especially like family members and anybody that's a foreigner, really, like they will not have seen that either, you know. So when they are allowed to come back, they'll be quite surprised. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But in contrast, Macau is starting really heavily towards the mainland Chinese tourists. So yeah, I see them everywhere this weekend. They've always been here throughout the pandemic. So like, I think China's 1.5 billion people and the world is about 6 billion people. So 25% of the world's population have been able to come in and out of the city, but nobody who's not Chinese are not allowed in. So this is kind of a nice video so that people can see it, and it also kind of captures the time period too, because, you know, I don't know, maybe someday it'll be different, and you know, Macau will let foreigners back in and they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that time, you know, in the 2020s when they banned all foreigners, you know, like. So it's kind of a nice to capture this kind of stuff and have it for posterity's sake. And I think Macau is changing fast. I don't even know what it's going to be like in the future. I mean, you got, actually that's a new one right there, the Parisian. They officially opened up about a year ago, but because of the COVID, they had it all ready to go, but then COVID hit, so they delayed like 1 year. This big building over here called Lisboa. And all this is new as well, so probably a lot. I know there's a lot of foreigners too who want to come here. They want to live here, work here, gamble here, be a tourist here, and so this is also a good video for them as well, because they get to see what this looks like a little bit. Okay, so you got some big ones here, Ritz-Carlton, JL Marriott hotels. I should walk through in that area as well, because that's all new. I haven't walked on the street in ages. I don't know, for people that don't know, if you live in casino or tourist city, you know, like you seldom go to the tourist stuff. But it's kind of strange because I feel like I'm a tourist right now, even though also if you're a foreigner here, you can't really come and go like I was able to because I have residency, but for most people they were not able to. So so yeah, it's been interesting times. Anyways, I won't get too much into that. People always ask about it, so okay. So this is probably everybody here is from mainland China on this street right here. If you see a Macau person, maybe they'd be like walking around with somebody maybe, or they're working on the strip maybe. Yeah, if you're local, you'd be like in over that area. You're gonna keep on walking. There's some tourists over there. Yeah, some pretty nice foliage. Yeah, that train line right there. Yeah, actually I haven't been over here in ages myself, so yeah, if you're living here, there's really no reason, because you know we know how to go directly to these casinos without walking in kind of a dead space, you know, because where the casinos are at, it's just kind of a long walking without really anything to... Well, we see these buildings all the time, so we see them on our bus. The town is the city is relatively small. I want to catch that green light, but I don't think there's any way I can catch it. If I ran right now, maybe. Let's do it. Okay. So we're gonna come on through. Kind of lift like this. And then actually over that way is Venetian Casino. Probably shouldn't go in there. I was thinking about going down this road. Actually what I want to do is I want to go down to another part called the City of Dreams. But so maybe we'll just, I haven't filmed this road in a long time. I have filmed inside of Venetian off and on. So I think what I'll do is I'll just continue down that way. By the way, that's Taipa proper down that way, like downtown Taipa. Taipa is like in Macau we have all the people that live in Macau and live on the Taipa side will live right over there, the vast majority of them. And so that one is called Taipa, and then Macau is the one that's above us. You can see some casinos down that way as well. Actually, I think the couple there, they spoke Portuguese, so actually I was wrong. I was saying that you won't see any locals, most Portuguese here live here. Could be visiting, I don't know. So we're gonna be walking down this street right here. So yeah, let me describe Macau real quick. So we have the Taipa side and the Macau side, and basically the Taipa side is on the south side of 3 major bridges, and the Macau side is the north side. And so yeah, so basically, and this what we're on right now is called Cotai. So Cotai means like Taipa and Kolowan, like between the two. So Cotai Strip means between Taipa, which is the ones all that over there, and then Kolowan. Anyways, kind of get a little bit of an idea of this long stretch. Got some pretty nice trees though. We'll focus on. And that's all Venetian. I guess I haven't been filming inside in a while. To be honest, if you live here, the casinos, they don't change much, but the city does. So if I go in the casino, I can't really go inside the gambling part anyways with the camera. landscaping there, right? That's a beautiful tree. Got little floodlights underneath as well. Got all these vines. It's funny because those casinos are kind of made out of like a vinyl, like the siding is like a kind of a plastic feel. So it's like, I wonder how the vines go up that. Okay. And I think that what we're gonna see in a minute is our street sign. So I'll probably label this as a street, and then people can kind of see exactly what this street looks like if they look it up. So, and actually that big building over there is a pretty expensive apartment. And over there is a lookout. You can overlook the Cotai Strip. And then we're gonna see our sign right over here. So there's a sign with a pretty big long name there. So I'll probably label this one accordingly. It is right there. Estrada da Baia de Nossa Senhora Esperanca. So Bay of Our Lady of Waiting. The Bay of Our Lady of Waiting. So I think that this street right here must be a reference to that little area over there. Very Catholic. But you know, the Chinese could be something totally different. So the Portuguese will have, you know, Catholic, you know, sometimes saints or Nossa Senhora, Our Lady, Mary, Mother Mary. Okay, here's the outside of Venetian. And there's City of Dreams. So I'm going to be going into that one. So you'll see that. I don't know if I'll play that one first or this one. I usually put up a video every so often, and not always consecutively. But this one's going to be focusing on that street sign that we saw. I'll label it accordingly. You can also go up into here. I think I might actually do this, just because you'll go up a little bit and you can kind of see. Oh, okay. You got some gondolas over there. Pretty cool. Sun is going down. Okay, so we're just gonna continue on a little bit. Yeah, now we're out on the outside of Venetian, and I should probably film separately over here. I haven't filmed over here in quite a while, but we're gonna bring the camera right over here. I see some gondolas. Here's some Italian music, casino music, and there's a gondola rider over there. I haven't seen the gondolas in ages. Before the pandemic, I used to see more of these guys. They were usually to hire them from Europe, and I think a lot of them lost their job. I heard today that there's something like 2,000 casino workers lost their jobs in Macau. Anyways, beautiful clock. So yeah, we'll just film this one called the outside of that'll be another video. And then this one is you can see. So yeah, that's all those residential apartments. So a lot of us who live in Taipa will live over there. And over there is like a big incline. You can do some hiking over there. Airport is over there. That green building is the international school, and also Mas University, Macau University of Science and Technology, City of Dreams casinos. And then that's kind of like the main Cotai Strip area. And that was kind of our focus street. And they also built this too. This wasn't around before COVID. It just came about 2.5 years ago. This little roundabout thing. Pedestrians can walk up and around in a circle. So for foreigners in particular who haven't been able to come into Macau for a long time, you'll see a lot of changes like that. Okay, let's end it right there. And that was our focus street over down that way. Okay, Macau 2022, filming the city street by street. Let's check it all out. Chiquinha, Chiquinha.
Abu Dhabi.